Inflation is a choice. So the opposed chairman, there's two Kevins trying to get into the next Fed chairman post after Powell decides to retire. And one of them is saying that the balance sheet is bloated. Let's take a quick look. Kevin Warsh makes his pitch. He's a central banker and he slams Jerome Powell's track record and goes all in on AI. In his speech, he talked about unwise choices, bloated balance sheet, and the tyranny of the status quo. And his focus is let's talk about what's there, acknowledge it, and move on to the future. And the future in his mind is crypto and AI. Talking about how AI will be a significant deflationary force, increasing productivity and bolstering American competitiveness. He also mentions that a lot of people will lose their jobs because of the efficiency AI will bring. So it's a catch-22. Suggestion here is if he does take the throne, start focusing on AI and cryptocurrency, something that I've been lacking. I have not focused on either of them just because it's just another thing I have to look into and learn and all that. Just something I just haven't gotten into just yet. By automating certain tasks, it could lead to a reduction in some types of jobs. But we did that back in the 80s when robots came into the fray. A lot of people in manufacturing lost their jobs. What did they do? Well, they either stayed unemployed or they went out and retrained and got different jobs. And I think that's what makes America great or strong. And that is that we are resilient and a majority of us will retrain our brain to do something more significant than what we did before. Always be improving, right? The other Kevin chair shortlist also waited on artificial and economic counsel. So anyway, the whole idea here is the next person that's in charge could stay in the status quo and start continuing to do that. However, here's the other thing too, is the other Kevin is heavily weighted to win. This guy is coming up and saying he's got 14 to 18% chance of winning, where the other Kevin has about a 48% chance of winning. So keep that in mind. Enough said. Holiday real estate, a seller's guide. Something to keep in mind as we come into the holiday season. If you're selling your house, be realistic. There's less buyers out right now. Period. It is crickets. I can tell you that from talking to agents all across the US that things have definitely slowed down. They don't have a need to buy a house right now, or they're just putting it on hold until the start of the new year. Kind of thing that happens every year. I think we're going back into what we say status quo. Things slow down. November, December, January, we frost over, and then February, we start getting things ready to sell to put back on market on March, April, May, which is our selling season. So if you have to sell right now, sell. If not, then you're just going to sit and wait, which my listings are doing right now. Price it right. If you're motivated to sell right now and move right now, make sure you price it accordingly. I would say 5 to 10% lower than what you're expecting, because that's where it is. You have to motivate the buyers to activate and get out. And one of my listings got one showing last weekend and the other listing got 0. Stage it. Take the time, money. I know it costs money to stage your house, but it's an investment in making your house look better. If you have dogs and your dogs like to sit on the couches, get rid of those couches and make sure your dogs don't go on it, and put new couches in your house. Make your house look big and airy and easy to navigate. If it's crowded and there's a lot of stuff everywhere, make sure you get rid of all that stuff. Get smart with targeting. Sell to families this time of year. Concentration on curb appeal. That's always the case, right? If your house looks crappy from the front, people are just going to pass it by. I've been in cars with buyers and they're like, nope, pass. This house has 0 effect on me. I don't like it at all. I just want to leave. Don't go holiday crazy. I've actually sold a house during Christmas time where they actually decorated the entire house. I'm like, nope, we got to get rid of everything. Take the tree down. Let's get this thing sold for the pictures, right? And then afterwards we put them in and make it up. The last thing you want to see in March is a Christmas tree. Think of it that way. If your house takes till March to sell, which some houses could do that, the last thing you want to see on a picture on the MLS is a Christmas tree. Be flexible. Keep your house ready to sell, ready to show. Make sure it's clean and tidy. Go through before you leave for work every day. You clean up, sweep up, get rid of all the dust, and move on for the day, because sometimes you'll get a call in the middle of the day and say, hey, can we see your house? So just be aware that that's your responsibility as a seller, is you have to keep your house ready to sell. All right, I have a new thing that I want to talk to you about is probate and estate sales. If you're parents have passed on, or your parents are going into an adult community and they need to downsize or what have you, this is something that we do as a service. We take it and we bring in our contractors and we clean out your house. We do repairs for you. We manage repairs for you, and we get your house ready to sell. And we even work with auction houses and estate salespeople and all sorts of different things. And it's a great service that we've pretty much mastered. And it's never perfect because I have a lot more moving parts when it's probate and estate sales. I have to deal with your lawyers. I have to deal with a lot of different things, making sure your house is lined up, ready to sell. You get it ready to do. But if you're interested in learning more, come in and go to that website, and then you can give me a call and we can talk about it. Weekly Los Gatos Home of the Week. Let's take a look at this fugly looking house right here. Wow. This looks like a mountain house, but it's almost downtown. I think that this house is going to eventually sell. Let's take a look inside. I've seen this house from Los Gatos Boulevard. I mean, you have some decent bones. You can update this thing, make it look good, but I think because it's 2,200 square feet, it's on a 1/4 acre, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. This is Grove Street, not my listing, but it's walking distance to Main Street, Santa Cruz Boulevard, Santa Cruz Ave. I think you still can walk there because I've walked from here to restaurants, the coffee store and all that after walking the Los Gatos Trail. So it's not too far off, but I don't know. I mean, you're selling a mountain house. This is really a mountain house. All right. And then let's take a look at price reductions of the week. All right. Let's look at highs and lows. This is the highest house sold for the week is Road, not my listing. Looping Road, original list price, 25 million. Sell price after 68 days, 25 million. This is in Palo Alto Hills. And then let's take another quick look at the lowest list price, Pacheco Pass, Gilroy. Now, the original list price was 475. It took 100 days to sell. The lot was a minuscule 2,500 square feet, not even 0.1 acres. It's built in 1935. These houses are in the fire zone, so be careful what you're buying, right? And then the highest list price to sales price is 2.3, and it sold for 3.2. Crazy. Santa Clara. Why? I have no idea. Box brownie, backwards pictures. They staged it up. It's completely vacant. They have a little bonus room, a little sunroom. Yeah, nothing special about it. $3.2 million. Buyers buy. This is the highest sold price in Santa Clara County. And nice that they did the floor plan. It looks like this is a brand new house. So there you go. Delmas, the lowest list price to sales price ratio, which came in at 40.9%. Original list price was $1,099,000, 1.1, not my listing. Took 8 days to sell. Got a sales price of $450,000. 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,500 square feet, 100 years old. Let's take a